All right, guys, let's get back at it. So now we're going to replace these 10-volt caps up here by the bias board and in the driver section. So let's get in here and get these done. Get just right in here. There we go. Like that. Step down. Just like that. All right. I'm going to bring this up. Let that gun heat up a little bit more. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. We fix a lot of stuff, a lot of radios. Okay, we got them now. That ought to give it to us. I'm going to turn the radio towards you guys. And actually, I'm going to bring it back. I want to check that cap because we're going to replace it, but I want to check it and turn the radio back towards you guys. Going to beautiful. 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 Alright, so now I want to check that cap. We're going to replace it anyways, but because if it's a 10 volt cap, I want to see. So it's a 10 mic. It's not a 10 volt cap. Alright, so it's a 10 microfarad 50 volt cap. Let's run that, dude. So 10 microfarad plus or minus. Let's see what we got, guys. ESR is high. 10.44. So let's grab 50 volt. Ten mic, 50 volt. 10 mic, 50 volt. Now, let's compare. Okay. There we go. Now we're down to 1.3, 1.4 ohms ESR versus 4.8. Now we got a good cap. All right. I'm just doing this to make it easier. See, I want to change that other one. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in case they're two different values. Alright, now we're going to pull the one at the start of the mirror board. Start of the mirror board. First cap. Okay. Yeah. That dude right there. That's an easy one. All right, let's jerk that one out. I'm going to turn the radio towards you. There's the mirror board, or the bias board, and then here is, now is that cap angled, or, okay, kitty cat. All right. Missed it by a mile, didn't we? Nope. At the ground I got loose. Okay. That's explaining it. So it is. Huh. Yeah. Let me see this again. That's what what it's telling me, ain't it? Maybe they got that one stretched over there that far. It sure don't look like it. Okay, I got it. I was right the whole time. It was just stuck. Let me jiggle wiggle that so I can verify. Hell, I don't need to. It's out. Well, I said it was. Maybe it ain't. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, it's out. It's out. So we talked about this earlier. So it was glued. I didn't want to pull. Now I'm going to give it a little Yankee. Not a yank, but we're going to. There we go. So I never, ever pull hard. If they don't come straight out, and this is where we have to pay attention. 50 volt, tube. Now that's a misstamp because here's what it says. It says 50V2U2. I believe they mean 2.2. Let me have a look. It's definitely. Let's see what we got over here on this one. This one's on the opposite end, on the final side. It should be that's a 10 mic. Okay. We'll solder this. And then we'll go put a 2.2 at 50. Can't get away. Moments. Burning. There we go. Bad angle for the dangle on the location of the jangle angle. Well, that's just. I see what's going on. It's got a piece of burr stuck to the end of my solder. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, what in the Sam hell? Now I got to pick up that burr. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Okay, now that's just damn weird. You oxidized that much, did you? Yep, it was. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna. There we go. And I'm gonna pick some up in that trace. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Oh yeah. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and solder these in these little tight areas here. Boy. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right here. Right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I have to use these little containers. What's tricky is rolling my solder up and putting them in here. Of course, I use the solder that comes in it, and I want, just for random whatever, and then I put my good solder, because I like those. I've used them since I was a kid, and they just feel good. It's something that I've gotten used to. I don't work off a roll. I work off the tube, out of that tube. But I fill them. When they get empty, I just refill them. You got to try it. It's a pretty good technique. Because what it does, you can just let the tube hang and work right out of the tube. You got to get you one of these beautiful aluminum brushes, man. They work so good on PCBs. They don't scratch the clear coat. They just are amazing. So we got a 50-volt cap. There's a question. What's the 2.2? I mean, it's rather obvious that that's a 2.2. It's all they make that would even be close to being printed like that. I just almost grabbed a 3.3 though. I stuck that 2.2 underneath my fingernail. That's going to bleed and hurt. 2.2 UF. All right. And that's definitely what's supposed to be here. This is the original 2950, guys. Like the original first ones. You can actually get them to sound pretty good on the side band. I missed that hole. Nope, I'm there. They just got it pulled over here to the side, so the way they got the cap setting kind of off the side of the print. Check the mirror board, all the mirror board pins. That's here, here, and here. This is the RF track and the RF rail. Also, where the audio and the DC and the RF couple, and they're opposed on each other. The capacitors. We got to get that tin mic out. I thought I already identified that one. It sets right, literally off this post. Oh, that's easy. Hell yeah. Literally sets off the post and is what is buffering. This is very, very important capacitor. I expect that this capacitor will be way out of value. So let's find out. And just inside. Just inside. Okay. Just you gotta I'm just verifying. That's all. So just inside. Just inside the bias board off the driver. Of course, that's not the. That's going to be the final. Yeah, that'll be off the final stage because the final stage is. Okay. So it's going to be. This is the ground plane of that device. And if I come here, this will be the feed. It feeds the rail, which. Okay. So this will be the cap. I believe. This is 10 mic, 25 volt. Very important cap. Let's measure this cap. 10 mic, 25 volts. The one that sets on the output stage, final amp bias board. So let's give it a good old measure, Rooski. Give it a nice little major Rooski. See what we get. That one's not bad. It's not too bad. Obviously, it's getting a new one, but that one's 11.25 and it's a 1.8. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll get a brand new cap. That is a 1050, correct? I know it is, but 1025, excuse me. 1025. I got a bunch of 1025s. I'm going to use one. So here you go. Exact same cap. I'll measure it. And we'll see characteristic differences between the capacitors and the manufacturer and quality. So this one here is 0.8. I'm going to do another one at 10.8 microfarad. So much, much closer, much better. Let's do another one just for funny. That one's 10.7 at 0.4. I mean 1.4. So all these are, any of these are good. And the one that come out of it's good. That's what I'm saying. The one that come out of it's just fine, but we'll put a new one in there just for funnies. Let's hit this one just to see how good the quality of these caps are. Consistent. On your smaller caps like this, the ESR can be, it's going to be higher than, see what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. Show you a trick. Jump over here to a 50 volt 10 microfarad. Show you the difference, because there is a difference. So we'll go up in voltage, go to a 10 volt. I mean a 50 volt instead of a 25 volt. See what kind of ESR we get. See what I mean? 1.8. $9,745 nanofarad, which is 10 mic. So that's a good, would, you know, obviously would be a good cap to put in its place. So we'll do that. Remember, the smaller the capacitance, and the voltage. Alright, where are we here? We're on the board, which calls for 10 microfarad. We have 10 microfarad. What happens when it gets oxidized, dude? flux here. We want to clean a little flux off the board here. All right. All right, so there's those two. And then the line of diodes below the integrated chip. So let's take that one. I think it's funny how your bench will start out one way and by the end of the day it's completely rearranged. I'm talking completely like somebody a bench you never worked with. Where are we here? It'll come to me once I get to it. All right, we're working here. Okay, same thing. Remember this technique? When you go to pull the cap, if the cap don't come with just the ever slightest little pull, and it won't, turn it back over. Hit your vacuum again. And you'll see what it does. One more time. One more time. Turn it back over. Okay, see how it's not coming? You don't force it, because what you're going to do, you're going to bust the board. You're going to pull a leg out of the cap. Then you're going to have a cap leg stuck in the board. Okay, here's all it is. So the right leg it's got a big dog turd on it. The right leg's the top. So we're going to get the dog turd. Just like that. Now we're good. We're going to clean that dog turd off. That way we don't transfer it. Now we're going to take this little aluminum brush. Now the cap will literally fall out. that aluminum brush knocks that turd off the leg. They don't want to turn loose. So this is a 50 volt, 10 microfarad. 50 volt, 10 microfarad. And the one above it looks like a 1 mic cap. Just looking at it. And I'm going to have to pull it because I can't see the damn thing. So but they're going to be two different values. So we don't want to get that confused. So 50 at 10 mic. Let's get one of them in there. Quit. Quit. Now we got one right above it. It's just that easy. A lot of times, guys, you can, when you're working on a radio, you're using the last component to guide you to the next. It's hard to explain, but before you know it, you'll be pretty much for memorizing. Things will start coming to you. I'm just cleaning up this board. There we go. Little things I'll start standing out. I mean, you just get better and better as you go. I'm trying to isolate these two. There we go. Even though they're in the same. And what I'll do is suck that out. And this one. Then when I pull that cap, and I'll solder that cap back, I'll be able to and this one is, I thought it was a 1 mic. Let's see. It's a 1 mic, 50 volt, and that's exactly what it's supposed to be. So let's get this done. And the little diode that sits beside it that keeps that isolated. Okay. 1 mic at 50. Should be right at the top. One mic, 50 volts. I'm going to check on my dogs, guys. I'll be right back with you. So there's 1 microfarad, 50 volts, 10 microfarad, 50 volts. Sheesh. And then, before we do anything, we're going to come and hit that spot that I told you about. I'm going to hit that with that brush right there just a little. There we go. Beautiful. Man, I tell you what, man, if I had to pick my favorite tool, that brush is something else, guys. And you can do so much with that damn thing. Now we're just going to come right over here. Pick up that component. Now we're going to grab that leg, and I want to heat this back up because I want to pull that leg vertical. Come under it, pull it vertical. There. Gotta have a nice teepee. You want to have your solder pad around your leg 360 degrees. Top of the teepee, we cut. Now, we're going to hit this one. Pull tight, pull tight. We'll hit all three of these at once. So there's that one. We'll come right here. That guy. Straighten this one up. Come behind. And we'll solder that girl. Now, straighten our legs. Straighten our legs. Clip. 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 Look at your area. Grab your brush. All this is doing is releasing the flux. Go in our circle motion and get out. Anytime you scratch the clear coat, you're doing it too hard. Unless you're trying to do something that aggressive on purpose. It's taking a good minute to really look at the radio. Of course, I have specific places that I'm looking that are problematic, you know. That's never been soldered. And it's because I unsoldered it when I removed that cap. See what I'm saying? You can literally take a look at a board and see a problem with experienced eyes. And if you look right here, I changed the cap right here to the left. And I unsoldered this leg when I was looking for that cap, and I never came back and soldered it. That's why you always want to go and look over and really take a look. And to be 100% honest with you now, I remembered it. And it stood out to me because I remembered that, hey, so we're going to heat that up all in one field. All in one field. Nice and pretty. There's what I was on. I like prettiness. Like, I don't like ugly shit. Alright. I can approve of that. Beautiful. All right, let's carry on right here. It's a little flux. All right. Let's carry on. So we got this switch we got a plug and up here towards some of the switching in them, but right up here we have a plug. In front of that plug sets an electrolytic capacitor, and it's setting about the second pin of that plug. So 1, 2, and then there's the cap. Okay. So once again, inside, second row, 1, 2. And then you got a coupling capacitor, 1, 2. Here's the coupler. Here's the coupler. Okay. Here. Now, right off the coupler sets a capacitor. Capacitor. I believe it's right there, folks. Right there. Poof. Let's see if we got it. I think we got it, guys. Let's see what happens. That's how they're supposed to come out. We have a 16 volt capacitor at 47 microfarad. 16 volt, 47 mic. That'll be 2547. All right, now we're just going to So, and this is where I talk about a lot. You use your last component to find your next component. It's how I was taught, and man, does it ever work. It's such a good technique. And it also teaches you how to board read. So we have an electrolytic, and then we have coupling capacitors, and then you know that the only other polarized component or in this whole circuit will be this fellow electrolytic capacitor. And so you can turn the radio over. This is the capacitor you just changed. There's your coupler, and the only other polarized component, non-passive component, is right here. And you immediately know that that's the cap. No questions asked. Now I'm going to leave it. Solder this other one. That was a really good pull there. That was a really good pull. So now I'm going to solder this up. What I just did right there was took a ball of solder off the board. That's what I'm doing right now. There we go. Now there's the cap that we just got through discussing. Turn the radio back. That's this cap. Reach in here and remove that cap. And this is just a dance that we do all day long, man. So now we've got another one mic at 50. No, 0.1 mic. Which is it, and the 47 are probably a couple of your most common. 2.2 you use a lot. I'm going to turn the fan on. I'm getting hot. And I've got a lot more I need to keep going here. We're going to turn that on. We might fire up a radio here momentarily to give us something to listen to, but it's been pretty quiet. I talked to Bermuda and Brazil on the ICOM just a while ago on the quad. Everything else was pretty quiet. Talked to a guy in Iowa. Hello, cornfield, Sonny. Cornfields of the sunny Indiana cornfields, I guarantee you. I'm going to eat me a spoon of peanut butter here. Little proteinage for the brain. Can't really stop because I shut it. I got everything going and plugged in, and I don't want to run it, shut everything down. Give me just a second. Stretching my leg. What's up, Fred? I just don't want to eat this peanut butter in front of you. Alright. I don't know who ever come up with that shit. That's a pretty good idea. The old peanut butter. Yeah, all my other rooms are full of equipment, or my bedroom's all a radio station, which I don't show much. That's my main station. And this is converted my dining room, my little dining room area, my little lab. I'm eventually going to put it back in the back bedroom, but man, I got all kinds of shit in there that I got to get out, and then I got to have a place to put this, a place to put that. My stand-up two-piece big amplifier is 480 damn pounds. I got to try to get all that moved. The reason why then I got hit by lightning and tore all kinds of stuff up. And I'm kind of like fixing stuff as I go. Like I've got several things I still got to replace. Lots of resets. I'm wiping down my counters, guys. I ain't lying. I'm right here with you. I'm just cleaning up after myself a little bit here. If I don't, then I'll get so much going. In fact, I'm throwing all this shit away. It's been here for 20 months. Now, these are kind of cool. Anybody ever seen those? On-the-go wipes enriched with aloe, chamomile, and vitamin E. Are these mud duck wipes? Do these wipe the mud ducks away? Oh, no. Yeah, these you wipe on your coax, and it's supposed to help get the reflux down. We better save those. Those are reflect wipes. Damn. Forgot I had those. My God, I better get me 2 or 3 of them. Alright. Well, I knocked that bottle off behind the stove like a dumbass. I'll get it later. I'm not doing it now. I'm picking up all these ends, guys. I got a whole pile of electrolytic ends. Then I've got to get ready to go take care of the garden, so I will be stopping the video again. Starting it back up. Probably a little bit closer till dark. It's starting to get really hot. I don't even know what the time is, but I got some chores I got to do. Of course, I ain't leaving yet. I'm just telling you that we ain't gonna be doing a whole lot more. I gotta break all this up into pieces. You know, do a little bit here and a little bit there. Let me see where I'm even at. I done forgot where I was at. Don't look like we are in the middle of doing a cap. Just done these. Yep. Okay, well that completes this run. Now we're on the front end, which we should have a lot of 50-volt caps. Okay, we got 2 in the receiver stage. I want to replace for sure. So this is the noise blank circuit back here. FM. I think those are all 4 the same. We'll get to those another time. Right now, I want to do this cap, this cap, this cap, and this cap next to this FM deviator. This deviator. All right. So let's start here. So here's our 2 cans. Womp womp. And then right to the left of the secondary. All right. That was catty cornered. Can 1. Can 2. And then right on the other side. And it's going left and right. So left and right. That's that dude right there. Right there. Literally got my hand on it. So there's the chip. Yep. That's wild. And it sets catty cornered right there. And there's the transistor. Literally right there. Literally. Right beside it. The open field. Yeah. Okay. You little bitch. Call this the elusive one. I found her. She tried to do the Houdini Huwafo on you. And I caught her in the middle of the act. Did you see her try to do that to us? Did you see her try to pull Houdini? Well, I didn't let her do it. She tried to pull Houdini on us, guys. Now we got her in our hands. Alright. So now, we're going to go back over here. That back. Put this little girl back where she goes. And put this girl back where she goes. So we're going to come right here. Give this guy a little love because he's been good to us. Then over here. Now, we're back in the pocket. What do we got here? 10 microfarad 50 volt. Boy, I tell you what, they use that duck plucker a lot, don't they? 10 microfarad 50 volt. Ten mic 50 volt. 10 mic 50 volt. And before we solder this one, I ain't got peanut butter all over me. If I do, I'm sorry. Before we solder this one, we're going to remove the other one because you know what we're going to do. We'll use the other one as an identifier to snatch up the other one. This one's tricky because it sets right in a stack of cans. And these here always are a bitch to find. Always. But we will find it. You watch me. Catty cornered. Okay, I just found it. Just found that, dude. Just found that, dude. Now I'm going to verify. So it's right up against the can. I mean, I know it ain't that because that's too close together. Try to get this one. The first try. This one's hard. But I'm going to test my skills. This one's hard to find. But I'm on it. Right there. That is it. Catty cornered. Right there. Absolutely. Right there. Right there. All right, now we're going to come over here and grab where she ties in. Split the difference. Okay, that don't feel right. That don't feel right. That feels like a can just from the touch of it. That is the can. I can feel it. Let me see what we've got going on here. Okay, I was right. Stop everything you're doing there, Justin. That's the edge of the can leg. We got to come over. I'm going to end up getting that resistor. Found it. All right, I found it. I found it. Okay, that's one side of it anyway. It's definitely it. Man, that sumbitch is in there tight now and crammed between them cans. And that's pretty cool. That's wild, bro. Okay. So you want a little vacuum right there? No, 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 no. Yeah, it would have to be. It has to be. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. Look at there. Look at there. All right. There that dude is. Okay. Now we got a 0.47 at 50. Let me get these 0.47 at 50. Let me get these 0.47 at 50 goes here. And then we got resistor, coupler, resistor, coupler. All right. We can put those back. Put this one back because that's coupled. Actually would be decouple. And that's the one that we're working with. There's this one, feeds the can. Very important. Oxidation proclamation. Beautiful. There it went. There she went. Now this cap. And then we'll check these two because they're so, I can already tell they're not. But I'll check them. But I can tell they're not. But just for good practice. All right. So we got this. This is the cap. That's a 0.47 at 50. Go ahead and check this just because they're literally on top of each other. But I know they're not bridged. But let's go ahead and check a couple of the other areas. Can't tell, is that? Beautiful. All right, that's what I needed to see. So that's isolated, isolated. So the two I need to check. Okay. Okay. I see it now. It's right there is where it's picked up in the same path. Okay. Beautiful. 0.7 at 50, if I'm remembering right. 0.47 at 50. 0.47, and I did solder those back, correct? Yep. Okay, 0.47 at 50. Third row at the top. 0.47 at 50. They're in the same field. That's what. All right, positive. Ooh. Negative. There. Negative. Positive. Long leg and short. Now here's another one. We got to make sure that it's so close. I know it's not, but I'm going to check it. Like I can visually see that it's not, but we got to check it. I don't give two damns. What? Beautiful. Like I said, I want to know now before I put voltage to it. You know? You think at all you got a bridge or something, you check it. You check it right then. Don't find out the hard way. Forget, and then now you got to replace caps and traces and this and that. Of course, your type of power supplies and stuff that I use, they're circuit protected, so they're not going to let you burn nothing up. Well, you can, but oh yeah. Beautiful. I'm just cleaning the places I soldered the caps. Beautiful. All right. Where are we at, guys? All right, we're worked our way. Right there. Okay, here we are, right here. Let's hit this one right here. It turns the ALC circuits. ALC circuit sits right behind the transistor, or right beside it, because that's the buffer for that. That's how that works. It's feeding that emitter, it's feeding that leg. So let's do it this way. I could do it better this way. All right, so it's feeding that leg. And there's the transistor. There we go. There's the two trimmers. Toosh, 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 toosh. Right there. And then first cap, south, right there. So there's the cap, north and south, and then the transistor sits on top of it. One base emitter collector, positive, negative, negative, base. So there's the cap. And that's how we figure them out, you know, just circuit reading. There's that one. That would come right here. There's the trimmer. There's the cap. And we missed it. I ain't gonna lie. We missed it. Yep, we missed it. Damn sure did. It's either. Okay, there's the. Okay. One pin over, guys. Literally. Nobody's perfect. And I damn sure missed it. That's the first cap I missed in this whole video so far. So, I'm feeling pretty damn good about it. Alright, so let's get that one out now that we've located it. Before we solder it back, let me go back. 10 microfarad at 50, but we're going to turn it right back over because I unsoldered this coupler thinking it was the cap. And that's why we show everything. Not a big deal at all. We'll just come right here and touch it with a little solder. Beautiful. Bear with me a second. I'm going to take this memory out of my guns for a second. right there. All right. Come on. Thank you. Now we're rocking and rolling. Now we're rocking and rolling. Beautiful. Wow. If I could tell you how many radios I've repaired with that solder gun, Jesus Christ. All right. 10 mic at 50, I think. Yeah. That's that 2200. This going, once we put this one in, then we can. I'm feeling something. Okay. Just feeling something every once in a while. Okay, right there. The board's loose. Real loose. Real loose. Cool. Don't let me forget that. You know what? We won't forget it. You know why? So loosen. Loosen. Now we're going to tighten. In a certain sequence. Now we're going to come here. Yeah, we've got to come far corner. And then we're going to come far corner. Then we end in the back. All right. All right. So, solder this back, and then we'll start our way going through the caps that work the trimmers and all the controls for the VR pots. I keep trying to grab my solder sucker as my soldering gun. Here we go. All right, so now we're going to just move to the right and down slightly. Right and down slightly. And then we see a capacitor that is east and west. Very easy stuff, guys. East and west. East and west. And slightly turned. Two components in between it. Two and slightly turned. Okay, so there it is. There's the cap. Here's the cap we just did. 2 components. And then slightly offset polarized component. Has to be the cap. One there. One there. And at least I think it is. Okay, you're in hell. Are you serious? Replace. So easy to that's the resistor. Because that cap's turned left right, so and it's turned in such a way. And then the jumper, there's the jumper. They got it fed long ways? Okay. There's the jumper. There's the cap. It's fed long. Jumper. Cap fed long. Well, I'll be damned. I just unsoldered that one, guys. You gotta be kidding me. Hey, I'm not mad at it. Because there's the jumper. Jumper. Okay. If you say so. That ain't no way. It can't be. It's impossible. It's the same. Oh. I see. They're jumping all the way across. They're jumping all the way across. That's what's throwing me off. I've got to see that. And they're not only using that leg. Really? They going that far with it? We're fixing to find out together. Hell no. What in the hell? Where is that going? Why is that so freaking elusive? There's the chip. And there's only 3 component chip. This one's really tricky. Chip, 3 components. That's wild, bro. This one I just replaced. And the one I just replaced goes north and south. Oh, that is it. Well, you dumb son of a bitch. That's this one. Okay. And then that one. Okay, they're tied together. And then that one's offset. And they got that one that far. That's wild. That's wild, bro. I'm still not convinced. That's strange. That's a really weird way of doing it, guys. And that ain't it. Okay, we got some weird shit going on here, man. Not weird. I just can't find the damn leg. I'm missing it. This one's whooping my ass. All right. All right. Now, regroup this. And we're going to go right and find that damn cap. That damn cap is a hiding. Like nobody's business. All right. Now we're going to go right to this son of a bitch. Okay, it's the first pin of that IC. First pin of that IC. First pin of this IC. First pin. You got resistor. Okay. First pin. It's right there. You son of a bitch. That's literally right there. That's it. That's it. Now, why didn't you just do that the first time, Justin? And I'll tell you why. Because I was looking at the other wrong IC. I was looking at the one beside it. I had it all flip-flopped. Look at that. First try. Ugh. See? It happens to everybody, guys. First try. I was looking at this IC. And I kept trying to take the cap I just put in out. I took it off twice. Might be getting a little tired. No big deal. We got it. So, 47, 16. And this is that 10, 9, 47, 16. And that's 4, 7. 4, 7. All right. All right. All right. Sorry about that. That one whooped my butt. That one whooped my butt. It took me a second to find it, but we got it. All right. I kept trying to take a damn cap out I already had done. I was looking at this IC instead of this one. All right. No big deal, as long as we're able to push through it. That's all that matters. All right. It's amazing how easy that went after 5 minutes of fighting it. Well, you got to be in the right area, guys. I was trying to take that cap I just put in back out. All right. So now we're moving our way this way. I put this one in. And then took it out and put it in again before I realized I was in the wrong spotty. All right. Everything's good there. Everything's good. Good. All right. Next one will be here. Yes, and it should be in the same orientation. So this one we just did. Next one will be in the same orientation. Basically. Now, is it down there? or up here. Right there. It's this one. This one or this one. This is where we got to. So there's the IC. So what pin is it directly adjacent from on that IC? Pin number 2. So go to the IC, pin number 2, and adjacent. And you see that's the resistor. We have a resistor that sits right at the IC. There's the resistor. Then the cap runs east and west. Okay, well that made it a lot easier because it's going this way. No. It's got to be that cap. And that sumbitch is 1, 2, 3, 3. Man, this is really going to be difficult. Man, these traces are so tiny here. And they're all coming to one junction. We'll get it. I mean, it's like every other 130,000 of them we've done. That one. Let's see if we can get it first try. Sometimes we unsolder that damn resistor. Let's see what happens. Boom, baby. We got it. All right. That's how I like them to go. Like that. $47 again. All right. Yeah. These get real tricky because they're so tight. I'm going to use that. Now I did say, guess it won't really matter, but that first one was 0.47 and 47, correct? Not 0, okay. And the 0.47, I did do right, correct? Gotta double check myself. That was 10. That's 47. Okay, and then that mode. 10. Okay. Guys, I gotta pull something. I gotta verify. I think that this is supposed to be a 047. Looks like I grabbed the wrong cap and put the. I gotta verify this now. I gotta look at a parts list. And that is C. Where are you? Oh man, my old eyes. So I have to shut the video down to verify. I'm pretty sure it's 047 and it's. Good God, I'm getting old. C 39. Okay, C 39, and this one's. And that's C40 and C39. All right, I'm going to have to look this up because now I don't remember. Be right back.